What is up, YouTube? Khan here once again. This is going to be a commentary type video for you guys. It's a new series that I've been wanting to put out on my channel, I guess ever since I hit about 1,500 subs, but I never really got around to making these videos. It's just going to be a commentation series where I discuss about my life and kind of my experiences, and hopefully kind of helps you guys out and understand me more as a YouTuber. So we're just going to jump right into the main topic for today. The topic is high school and my experience during high school. Now, before we even jump into the whole high school scenario, the whole high school trip down memory lane, as you might say it, we need to jump back to middle school. And middle school for me was kind of the turning point in my school career or my school life. And the reason why is because back at home, my parents were not getting along very well. And I can't really blame my mom for not getting along with my dad. My dad was an alcoholic, and he obviously would be drinking almost all the time when we would come home from school and stuff like that. And I mean, it was getting to a point where it was so bad during middle school that we moved out, me, my mom, and my sister, my brother. We moved out to the other side of town, and then we kind of been moving back in with him when he seemed like he was being sober, and then we kept moving in and out just constantly, it feels like. But anyways, while that was going on in middle school, I jumped into high school for my freshman year, and freshman year seemed to start out okay. I remember I wasn't living with my father at the time. We were still living away from him, but my parents were getting back together, they were talking, and it seemed like my dad was being sober, so things were looking really good at home. So because all this stuff was happening at home and things seemed to be going okay, I felt very comfortable going to school, and I was able to make new friends during my freshman year of high school. Someone I know that I'm still very good friends with is my friend Jason, who at the time I liked to call Fat Ass all the time because he was really fat. He's not so fat anymore. But you probably have seen him in a lot of my videos, and that was the first time I ever met Jason, was in my technology class. So freshman year was it was an okay year for me altogether. It seemed like things were going back to where they should be at home, and my freshman year at high school was overall kind of good because I had okay grades. I was making new friends, and I was just having a good time being at high school with friends and just doing everything else with the classes. I was just very happy. But sophomore year rolled around and things started going sour again at my house and with my family. My father started drinking again, and things just seemed to be going really, really downhill once again, and I knew exactly how things were going to end, and that resulted with us moving out one last time, and I think this is the final time we moved out. I think we moved out of the big house where my whole family lived probably 3 times altogether. So this is the 3rd time, and it was like the last time. And my parents started working on a divorce, and it's tough. I mean, you go to school, and then if you have a bad day, you come home, and then you have an even shittier day because of all these people around you having problems and fighting. And sophomore year, I mean, that was, I guess, the turning point on how bad things could possibly be. I haven't really told too many people this, but one of the reasons why I got a job was because I didn't feel comfortable being at home all the time. So as soon as I turned 16, I got a job at a fiber optic warehouse and started working there, where I shipped out cables for 3 years. And it just, I don't know how to describe it. You would go home fighting, and yeah. But anyways, back to the main topic of school. Junior year rolled around, and this is where things started going very poorly in my grades aspect and just me caring about going to school. I really, really stopped caring about what grades really meant in the long run, and I didn't really care about studying, so my grades just dropped significantly. I wasn't failing, but I was putting in minimal effort, is what I would like to say. So going to school every day was just more of a pain to me, and I would take days off when I just didn't feel like going. Like, I was like, I don't really feel like going to school today, so I'm just going to take off. I'd rather sit at home and play video games all day. And, I mean, everyone wants to do that, but what gave me the right to do that? Sure, my family wasn't doing too hot, and we were away from my father because of his alcoholism, but that didn't give me any excuse to not go to school. And finally, I mean, it got so bad that going to senior year of high school, I really, really stopped giving a shit about going to school altogether. My first semester of high school, I mean, I wasn't even there for half the days. And finally, when I showed up to school one day, I got called down to the main office. And when I got called down to the main office during my senior year of high school, I had to sit down with the dean, and he told me straight up that if I didn't turn things around, if I missed one more day of school and I don't have like a doctor's note to show that I was truly like really sick, then I was going to be in a whole lot of trouble with police, and I would have to make a decision to either drop out or just face criminal charges, I guess. I don't know if it was really criminal charges or if it was something else, but I was going to be in big trouble nonetheless. And maybe I wasn't entirely to blame for not going to school. My mom would call me out of school almost all the time. So anytime I would stay home, she would call and be like, yeah, he's sick today. And she didn't have to do that. I could have just gone to school and just done things, but she shouldn't have called me off in the first place either way, because I should have gotten in trouble and I should have faced the music that what I was doing was wrong. But she's a good mom, and she doesn't want me to get in trouble for things like that. So she always stayed on my side, I guess you could say. But anyways, that kind of explains what high school was to me. I mean, things were really falling apart at home. Things were falling apart at school because of things happening at home. And I just didn't care anymore. And I think I would have cared a lot more just if I was with my friends for most of the classes. I know probably only 2 or 3 semesters I was in classes with my really, really close friends. So it sucks that, I went through most of high school without being sociable with other people or really caring to make new friends the entire time. I mean, freshman year was probably the only year I made true new friends. And after that, things just fell apart and I just did not care anymore. I was known as a nerd through high school, and, it's tough. I mean, being a nerd is just, it's not socially acceptable to most people. And when you play DDR especially, I feel like people just look down on you that it's some stupid thing and it's not helping you at all, and it's a stupid dance game. How could you ever like it and stuff like that? But, I mean, that got me through a lot of tough times too. Is DDR was such a great stress reliever that I would play and it would make me feel a lot better about me as a person, and making personal accomplishments in the game just meant the world to me. But anyways, I'm going to be wrapping up this commentary now. Hopefully a lot of you guys got enjoyment out of my stupidity during high school and the things that were happening at home. I know a lot of you guys are probably going through a similar experience right now, and I really do feel for you. Just stick in there. It's really, really tough, I know, but you'll get through it, and things are going to be a lot better once you get out of high school, and then you're free to do pretty much whatever you want, whether you do want to go to college, whether you want to jump into the workforce. So just stick in there. I know you guys will make it out. If I can do it, you guys can do it too. That's going to be pretty much it for me, guys. If you have a suggestion on the next topic on what I should commentate about, please leave it down in the comments box below. Don't forget to hit like on this video and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I will see you guys later.
Nice work, team. Well done.